Breaking news: 1 billion naira compensation to Nnamdi Kanu. We will respond after studying the judgment. Buhari replies. Hello, my wonderful people. I don't understand what President Muhammadu Buhari particularly have against Nnamdi Kanu. The guy is so bitter against him. I mean, on a more serious note, what has Nnamdi Kanu done? This is between you and I. What is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? What sin has he really committed? We need to understand so that we can sympathize with Buhari. You see, court today, Abia High Court today declares that Nigerian government has done grave injustice to Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, the way the guy was kidnapped from Kenya and brought to Nigeria, all that has gone on is beyond you can imagine, and they are asking Nigerian government to pay 1 billion naira for the infringement of his fundamental human rights and much more that has gone on. But look at what Buhari is replying, saying we will get back to you. We will need to study the case. There's no problem with that. Study the case and see that you really have nothing against Nnamdi Kanu. It is what it is, whether you like it or not. I mean, you just have to swallow your pride. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Following the order of the court that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be compensated with the sum of 1 billion naira for total violation of his fundamental human rights. Counsel to the Army, Amos Turney, Wednesday said the military will respond after studying the judgment. Recall that the Abia High Court sitting in Umuahia has ordered the Nigerian army to pay the sum of 1 billion naira compensation to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for invading his house in September 2017 during the Operation Python Dance 2. The court also ordered the army and the federal government to apologize to Kanu in three national dailies for the infringement of his fundamental human rights following the September 10th, 2017 military invasion of his family home back in Abia. Justice Benson Aye, who gave the order while delivering judgment on the suit filed by Kanu against the Federal High Court, the army and six others were allegedly violating his fundamental human rights, declared the raids as unlawful. Kanu has, through his special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, filed a suit against the federal government, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, the Chief of Army Staff, and the Inspector General of Police, IGP, for violating his fundamental human rights. Other correspondents are Director General of the Department of State Services (DSS), the Abia State Director of DSS, and the State Commissioner of Police and the Army Brigadier Commander Obofo. He sought, among others, relief, a declaration that the military invasion of his building and premises at Isioma Ifaroko, Abia State, on the 10th of September 2017 by the correspondent or their agents is illegal and unlawful, unconstitutional, and amount to infringement of my applicant's fundamental human rights, dignity of his person, his personal liberty, and fair hearing as guaranteed under the permanent provision of Chapter 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, hereafter, and the Federal Charter on Human and People's Rights Enforcement Act hereafter and chapter. Justice Aye, who read the judgment from 10:05 amount to about 11 a.m., declared that the issue of the military invasion of Kanu's house in September of the 10th, 2017 was so notorious that the courts cannot turn a blind eye to it. He said that the federal government, the army, and other security agencies made the fringent and ineffective denial of their involvement in the said invasion instead of providing otherwise. The judge put a poster on the respondents assuring you were not responsible for the invasion. The judge put a poster to the respondents, assuming you were not responsible for the invasion. What step did you take as government and agents of the state responsible for the protection of all citizens, including the applicants, to investigate the invasion and bring the perpetrators to book? Judge Justice Aye held that Nigeria is an integral part of the commitment of democratic nation who must respect human rights, adding that invasion and violation, adoption and torture do not result, but it's against fundamental human rights. The court further advised the federal government to embrace dialogue and political solution in handling the issues of Nnamdi Kanu in the interest of peace. The court, however, declined Kanu's prayer to be returned to Britain, the country of abode, before his extradition from Kenya to Nigeria. It also said that it lacked the competence to advocate on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu's adoption in Kenya and the extradition rendition, saying that only federal high courts have the jurisdiction over extraditions matter. According to the judge, Kenya is outside the territory jurisdiction of this court. Hence, the court cannot entertain the issue of extradition. The court also struck out the preliminary objection by the respondent that a state high court lacked jurisdiction to entertain suits against agencies of the federal high court, ruling that the objections were misconstituted and frowned at. Responding, counsel to the army Amos Turney said he was waiting for the copy of the judgment, which he would translate to his client for studies and determination of the next line of action. In response, Ejemofo, who led Kanu's defense team, hailed the judgment, saying it was proven that Kanu, contrary to the allegations, did not jump bail but only escaped for his dear life as the army invaded violently his home. It said the judgment means that the bridge warrant against Kanu in Abuja court has been vindicated, that he's committed no offense at all. So here you go, my wonderful people. This is the full judgment of what happened today. Leave us a comment. We would really love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Bye for now.